There's nothing more precious to an Australian cricketer than their baggy green, and no cricketer more revered in the sport's history than the Don. Now a precious piece of Bradman memorabilia, the cap he wore during his debut test against England in 1928, is up for sale for the first time.
Very hard to put an exact figure on something that's so iconic, but just speaking to some people in the industry, an estimate of somewhere between 1 million to maybe 2 million.
Bradman gifted the cap to family friend Peter Dunham in the 1950s.
Put the hat on my head and said, I said, that looks good. He said, looks very good, it's yours.
A former accountant, Dunham loaned it to the State Library in 2003 as part of the Bradman collection, but it must now be sold. Dunham was sentenced to 8 years in prison in January for stealing millions of dollars from his clients. Royce and Anne Margrie were forced to sell their dream retirement home at Victor Harbour after Dunham lost their life savings. Mr Margrie says their accountant of 20 years had been like a brother to him.
That's what made it so hard when everything fell apart. I just couldn't come to terms with it. Whichever way I looked at it, I just couldn't come to terms.
To say we were shattered, there's no other word to describe it. We just couldn't believe what we were hearing.
The Margries are among about 40 creditors, with Dunham's debts totalling $7 million.
We've certainly got an expectation they will receive something. Exactly how much we can't say, but we are hopeful that they will receive a reasonable return.
An online auction begins tomorrow. There's been early interest from people across Australia and overseas. Regardless of who snaps up this piece of cricket history, the baggy green won't be leaving the country. It's protected under the Cultural Heritage Act, which means it must stay in Australia. Bidding closes on December 17th. Alina Eacott, ABC News, Adelaide.